A tree is a plant. Selection vocabulary. Adult, a person who is fully grown, a grown-up. Blossoms, the flowers of a plant or tree, especially one that produces fruit. Center, the middle point, part, or place of something. Hundreds, several hundred. A Tree is a Plant by Clyde Robert Bola, illustrated by Stacy Shute. Essential question. What happens to a tree as it grows? Think about this question as you read and listen to the story, A Tree is a Plant. Genre. Informational text. Gives us facts. Conifer. Maple. These are text features. These are called labels. Labels help the readers know what they are looking at. Pictures show what something looks like. This helps me as a reader because it tells me the type of tree it is and it shows me what it looks like. Conifer and maple are types of trees. Let's look for more text features as you read. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds, the way small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? Palms, persimmon, willow, lemon. What do you think these trees grow from? Yeah, that's right. They grow from seeds. This tree grows in the country. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind it is? This is an apple tree. What does in the country mean? Yeah, far from buildings, that is not in a city. Now I wonder, what helps a tree grow here? Let's read on to find the answer. The apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. They look like this. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Yeah, I'm sure you have. How did the author describe the apple seed? Yeah, small in the center of the apple. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. All winter the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes, rain falls, the sun comes out and warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. So how does the seeds go from the apple to growing into the ground? Let's use text evidence. And we can also see an illustration. Yeah, the seed might fall to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. It blows soil over the seed. And it gets pushed into the ground. And spring comes and warms the earth, and the seed begins to grow. So what were these pages mostly about? Yeah, the important things that happen to help a seed start to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It is only a stem with two leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. So after many years, what happens to the little tree? I can use a sequence of events graphic organizer to help me put the events in order. First, it says the tree grows. Next, it grows tall. Then it grows many branches. Last, it blossoms every spring. This picture is a text feature. The picture helps me see what the apple tree looks like after many years. The blossoms last only a few days. Then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Hmm. Can you find a word with our phonics pattern, vowel digraphs OO and or EW that makes the OO sound, as in moon? Did you find few? Yeah. Among the leaves there are small apples. Apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. They grow all during the spring and the summer. So how does the tree change? Use text evidence. Yeah, the tree is getting green leaves on the branches, and some of the blossoms are falling off, and tiny green apples are starting to grow where they were blossoms. In the fall, they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat, but there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. So how are the parts of a tree connected? Yeah, the tree has a big trunk. Branches grow out of the trunk. Leaves and apples grow on the branches. And the apple is the fruit that makes the seeds that the tree grows from. So why do you think the author says the bark is like a coat? The author used figurative language to help you picture that the bark fits snugly around the tree trunk and branches, like it's wearing a coat. We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots grow like branches under the ground. A tree cannot live without roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. So how do the roots help the tree? Let's use text evidence. It says here that the roots hold the trunk in the ground, and the roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows, and also the roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots. It goes to every part of the tree. So what is another job of the roots? Yeah, to carry water from the ground up into the trunk of the tree. So why does the tree need water? Yeah, water helps it grow. Water helps it make food. So how does the water get to the leaves? Let's use text evidence. Yeah, it says the water goes to the trunk, then up to the branches, and then to the leaves. So how do the arrows help us? Let's look at the arrows on page 136. Do you see them going up the tree there? Yeah, the arrows show how water goes up the roots, up the trunk, and to the leaves. This helps me understand how a tree gets water. On the next page, the arrow shows how sunlight goes to the leaves, and then how the food the leaves make to the rest of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. So what causes the leaves to die? Yeah, the author doesn't tell us here, but we can infer that in fall it starts to get colder and we have less sun. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead, but the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. So how do the words in the sentence and the picture help you know what the word bare means? B-A-R-E. I know a word bear, B-E-A-R, that sounds like this word, but it's the name of an animal. And since the sentences are about trees, I know it's not that word. From the picture, I figured out that bare means that the tree doesn't have anything on it. It has no leaves. Bear, B-E-A-R, and bear, B-A-R-E, are homophones, words that sound alike, but are spelt different and have different meanings. How has a tree changed from fall to winter? Yeah, it lost all of its leaves. Spring comes again. Rain falls. What do you learn about the word spring from the words in the illustrations? The illustrations, which are the pictures, show that it is raining. The grass is turning green again during the spring, and the tree has little green leaves on it. The sun warms the earth, the tree blossoms, and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms in the spring, and apples grow on it. So what are some things that happen to the apple tree as long as it lives? Let's look back for text evidence. Yeah, it says as long as the apple tree lives, it grows, blossoms, get new leaves, and grow apples. So why do you think it needs to be warm for blossoms and leaves to grow? Yeah, let's infer here because the author didn't tell us. So yeah, we know in the winter the weather is too cold and water can turn to ice. But in the spring and summer, the trees need water and lots of warm sunlight to grow. So they can get that during those seasons. When do you like apple trees best? In spring when they are covered with blossoms? In summer when they are covered with leaves? Let's take a look here. How does the apple tree change from spring to summer? I'm looking at the pictures here. In the spring, it looks like they're covered with blossoms. In the summer, the blossoms are gone and the tree is covered in green leaves and has apples growing on it. So what do you think will happen next in the tree's life? Or in fall when they are covered with apples? Let's think here. What do you think the author's purpose was in writing this story? An author's purpose is his or her reason for or intent in writing. An author's purpose may be to amuse the reader, to persuade the reader, or to inform the reader. Yeah, I think inform the reader. The author gave us a lot of information about apple trees, how they come from seed and how they make it all the way to the tree, how to become a tree, and then all the way back to when they form apples and the seeds are in the apples. So it's a life cycle. I hope you enjoyed this.